Hi, I'm Alyssa LeBlanc, and I share my experiences with psychedelics to hopefully help other people on their healing journey. The ayahuasca experience. Just want to say, if you are going to take this medicine, it's extremely important that you do your research and do it with an integrated shaman that's going to ask you all the right questions. Because if you are taking certain medications, particularly SSRIs, they can be detrimental and completely mess with the medicine and can be deadly. The other thing is, if you are prone to schizophrenia or any sort of mental illness in that vein, psychedelics can actually make those symptoms a lot worse. So that's something to be aware of. Going into an ayahuasca ceremony is a very sacred thing. The first time I actually did ayahuasca, I was totally not prepared and still had an amazing experience. But one of the most powerful things that the shaman shared with me was, no matter what shows up in my experience, you say to it, "I'm a being of light. Do you have a message for me?" There are really 3 levels of the ayahuasca experience: what's going to happen before you take the medicine, what happens during the medicine, and what happens following the ceremony. All are equally important. The moment you decide to take ayahuasca, do not be surprised if your life starts to change. It's said that when you make the decision to take the medicine, she begins working on you immediately. What to expect before an ayahuasca ceremony. So, hopefully you're taking it at a safe place, a great ceremonial space where the shaman is going to give you a diet to follow. Most things include no dairy, no meat, no sugar, absolutely no alcohol, other substances, including other psychedelics, no sex, no masturbation, no sexual contact. You're not wanting to share your energy with somebody else during this time. You're wanting to hold on to your own energy. I've known some shamans who said no social media a week prior to the ceremony to kind of ground and relax yourself. You're also going to want to really get in touch with yourself. So whether you're a regular meditator or maybe you're not, this is a good time to develop a meditative practice, or just get, out into nature and get a sense of your own energy and connect with your guides. Start to bring into your awareness what kind of things you're going to want to heal, what kind of parts of yourself you're going to want to connect with, what you want to release, what you want to learn from this ceremony. And just, obviously your packing list. If you're like me, the first time I did ayahuasca, it was in Mount Shasta, outside in December, so it was freezing. So I would say you also want to get all your goodies together. That's going to be a warm sleeping bag, lots of blankets. The ceremony can get really cold. You can also get really hot. So definitely layers. I also like to bring a crystal, or, sometimes a stuffed animal I've seen people bring, or something that belongs to a loved one that's passed on. So any powerful objects that you can connect to that are going to make you feel safe during this ceremony. Lots of layers and a willingness to explore your consciousness and see what Mother Ayahuasca has for you. What to expect during the ceremony. So the first thing is, she can take a while to get into your body. This is oftentimes where, if you're not taking the medicine in the right place, you might ask for more than you actually need. And even when I've been with amazing shamans, there's times when I thought I needed 3 cups and I just wasn't fully letting the medicine sit. It seems like every time I drink ayahuasca, I think it doesn't work because it doesn't happen right away. So I'm sitting there like, do they really give me ayahuasca? Why isn't this working? So one thing to expect is that she's going to take 30 to 60 minutes usually to get into your body. So you can drink the medicine, and then it's good to sit up so that the medicine can drop into your body, and then sometimes you might lay down. I've done it a number of times, so I kind of just ask my body what it needs. Then after you take the medicine, you're going to close your eyes and connect with yourself. Try to avoid distractions of other people getting up to get their medicine, or if other people's experiences start before yours, you might hear crying, screaming, purging, and just stay connected to your own energy. During the experience, you may experience purging. I know a lot of people are afraid of this. Usually there's vomiting. Some people also have diarrhea, but just know that whatever's going on, your body is expelling what it needs to be expelled. Even if you fasted for 24 hours, you're still most likely going to purge, because a lot of times it's energetic blocks that are stuck within your body that are coming out. It's not just like food. It's actually not food that's coming out. There's been times in my ceremonies when I vomited and I saw snakes or demons or things in the vomit, and it was basically just energetic things being released from my body. So expect to purge. You might laugh, you might cry. Expect to feel out of control, because the medicine is hopefully going to give you an ego death, which can feel very out of control. You might also forget who you are, forget your name, that sort of thing. And the best advice I can give is just surrender, because the only way out is through. Other things to expect are you might connect with loved ones that have passed on. You might connect with your spirit guides. You might connect with younger parts of yourself in other dimensions, aliens. One of the best pieces of advice I got on my first ceremony was anything that showed up in my experience to say, I am a being of light. Do you have a message for me? Because ultimately, everything that's going on in the ayahuasca experience has a message for you. So if you get scared, another thing to do is, you can do this in your head, is to ask what it's trying to show you. If it keeps showing you different things and you can't get to the bottom of it, ask her what she's trying to show you, and also ask your guides for help. That's been really helpful to me when I've been in some dark experiences that I couldn't get through. I just prayed to my ancestors. I just said, please help me. Please help me clear this. Please help me get through this. And then, go on your own journey, because every experience I've had is different and everyone's experience is going to be different. What to expect following the ceremony. Now, if you've cleared a lot of trauma, you're probably going to be feeling so much light, so much love, and so much joy for everything around you. Colors are brighter, food tastes better. You just love yourself more and you love everyone around you, which is freaking amazing. But another really important part of following any sort of psychedelic journey is the integration process. You're most likely going to have gotten a lot of messages, you're going to have released a lot of stuff, have a lot of healing, but things in your life might need to change. You might be aware that relationships are no longer working. Certain jobs you have, relationships with your job, relationships with friends, significant others, places where you live, things just might not be in alignment anymore. And that can seem really hard, but let me tell you this, if you don't let the things go, it's just going to get harder. So it's really important to also have people to connect with, whether that be the shaman that took you through the ceremony, other people that you met during your ceremony, or other friends that are on the spiritual path. It's really important to have people that can sort of ground you, but also let you know that what you experienced was real. Because at other times when we go back into life after a psychedelic journey, if it's been a while and maybe nothing in our outer reality has changed, because maybe we haven't taken these lessons into our life, we can start to wonder if it was just a trip. Like, I just took some drugs and then all of a sudden, I imagined some things and now I'm back in real life. But what you experienced was real on a soul level. So it's really important to have people that are going to reflect that back to you, that are going to let you know that, yeah, what came up was for you and what are you going to do with it? So it's just really important to take those messages, to be gentle with yourself. Ayahuasca is like spiritual surgery. So it's really great if you can have a couple of days following a ceremony to just, rest. You're probably going to be tired and really hungry. I'm always so hungry after Aya. Eat really good food. There's also going to be a diet a week following this ceremony. Sometimes it's a little leaner, like more relaxed than the one prior, but you're going to want to fill your body with like really good fruit and vegetables and that sort of thing. So also take some time to, be in nature, to meditate, to just reflect back on everything you've learned. Just know that every ayahuasca experience is amazing and has something to teach you. And you might not solve your whole life in one ceremony. So just take the lessons you learned from that ceremony and integrate them as best as you can into your life following, and you'll be shown the next step. Another thing that might happen is, let's say you have the ceremony and you don't have any of those wild, crazy experiences. Maybe you just fall asleep. Ayahuasca is still working on you. So even if you did your best to connect with yourself and connect with your guides and nothing came through, know that maybe she was healing parts of your body that you were unaware of that were sick, or parts of your soul that you didn't know were damaged and needed to be filled with love. So basically, just know that she's still working through you, and your life is going to shift following the ceremony. Be gentle with yourself and notice what starts to show up in your life. So, yeah, I hope you have a wonderful journey if you plan to take Mother Ayahuasca, and just know that she's profoundly changed my life. So, much love and much love.